Good morning. Or morning.
Yeah. Day 7. Rain again. Well, I have no more dry clothes and if I get wet again, I've just got no dry clothes. No dry underpants.
I don't know why I'm panning up and down, and this is weatherproof, so obviously they're alright. But
Those are good points about yesterday. Breakfast. Cooked breakfast we stopped for, thank God.
yeah.
Because there's just nowhere to stop anything, so all we had yesterday was a cooked breakfast, so that didn't make it any good time we got back into the campsite. And the worst thing about yesterday was the beep rain.
Yes.
I think this is summer. I was expecting that, we can handle 3, well we can handle more, but comfortably we can handle 3-4 days of rain, but it hasn't stopped, really. One day.
It stopped for one day, yeah, pretty much, that's it. Yeah, the worst part about yesterday, I was saying that was basically anything from 2 p.m. onwards. But to be fair, for me, the worst bit, even worse than that, was making the decision not going over Pennine. I mean, it was absolutely the right decision. There was no Pennine to go over. It just sucks that for the second time running we're here in this spot. And I mean, Fountain Fell was once again.
We went over it last year.
Yeah.
We did go over it last year.
Yeah, we did go over it last year, which is why we decided not to bother this year, because we've been over it, but it was unpleasant then, and it would have been twice as unpleasant yesterday.
Yeah. And as we described in the videos, it's not too bad for me. But Heidi's glasses just go. Yeah.
From a certain point onwards, I simply can't see anymore. I can make the decision to basically take them off and see everything blurred, or leave them on and see nothing but water. So it's just, there comes a point where taking the glasses off makes more sense, and it's just, but then I can't fully judge the distance to the floor, which is great when you're hiking, you know, especially on uneven surfaces.
And especially on Genny Fell, you've got to scramble up about 100 metres.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And you got to know where your hands are going. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no second guessing. It still sucks that we had to skip it, but I have no regrets about it.
It's only about 15 minutes we missed, and that's second. But you can't see with what you're doing. Your safety's more important.
Don't let the cock fool you. It's not that early, but we're finally leaving Horton on Ribblesdale. Nice little village that I would not recommend visiting on a weekend in the summer, because it's unbelievably busy. It looks like we're not the only ones the relentless rain of yesterday took its toll on. This is the actual trail. Still, we won't have any problem finding water to filter today. Silver linings and all that. Stream crossings the Pennine Way.
Helps if you got long legs. Yeah, it's quite deep there though.
Yeah, I mean, this is the trail. Looks like it's forming rapids. Yeah, you can sort of see the bottom.
Just about to get up. Here's Heidi getting the stuff together. We've actually got blue sky. It looks beautiful. It's a nice. Oh.
That's some very good views onto Ribblesdale Viaduct today. It was a bit more foggy last time. There we go, look at that. I know it's only been 30 seconds since I last took the camera out, but this is just too glorious not to film it again. Look at all of this.
And she does mean me.
Yeah, we're coming to the glory a bit now. This is gorgeous. Last time it was just so cloudy and drizzly and stuff. Couldn't appreciate it.
Now you can.
Yeah, this is always cloudy and drizzly. Snays Home Valley. Absolutely beautiful. This is on the way into Horse. Basically the last sort of 2 hours of the way into Horse is a bit like this. Last time it was hung with rain clouds and you couldn't see so much, but I mean this is just beautiful. This valley is endless. On our approach to Horse, and after spending all day getting our gear and ourselves and everything sort of dry again, it has started to spit a little bit. I mean a little bit, like 3 drops. So we have started Operation Overkill and put the rain covers back on, the backpack covers back on. Brian's in rain gear because we're not getting wet again. Not if we can help it.
I'm not getting wet.
Welcome to Horse, where people have a sense of humour. This is up, pitched up for the night at the tea room in Hardrow. There's the church. That roof there I think is the pub, and the tea room's just here. All in all, a much better day than yesterday.
Well, we did a lot of walking. It wasn't raining that much.
No.
It was raining in the morning, but not in the afternoon. Tents dry anyway. But the feet are all shriveled up.
Yeah, the constant walking in wet shoes might have taken its toll on Mister's feet, but we'll see. Read that road map. Good morning. That's alright, we're not on the trail. Ooh, emerging from the darkness. We're in Horse, in Cockett's Hotel, I think it's called, where we went yesterday, well I'd say last night, but it was actually the first thing in the morning. We made a decision to stop the hike and go back home because Brian's feet are just reacting very, very oddly to all this wetness, so we've got to give them a chance to heal out a bit. Like, it's got tons of blisters, but I mean that's one thing, but yesterday they've gone a lot better. They were swollen up to I don't know what, and weird and hurty by every step, so.
They're still hurting. But they're only going to get worse if I go out in the rain.
Yeah. So we were going to wear that because there's 2 or 3 days where there's more of rain, and we were kind of considering waiting it out round here and seeing how his feet react and whatever. But Horse also being a beautiful place, and the hotel room obviously is very nice, it's very expensive. And it's actually cheaper for us to buy the ticket, go back home, and maybe, if the feet heal up in time, come back out in 3, 4, 5 days time and try and pick up the rest, and it would be to stay here. So we're packed, well, sort of packed. Packing, and we're heading out back to Liverpool today. So, ignoring yesterday obviously, which wasn't the day, what was your favourite bit about the day before? Horton to Horse, well, hard road.
What was my good bit? The mileage we did it. It was a good day walking. And we got here pretty early. And it was a good day walking.
I mean, once the rain had stopped, it was utterly beautiful. And really quite dramatic, because a lot of these tiny streams on the sides, I mean, we'd shown you some of it, were just going mental with all the rainwater that had come down, and that tiny waterfall before Lingill where we had lunch, which was also quite spectacular. That was just amazing. I mean, it looked like low force or something like that, and it's normally a trickle. I don't even think it's got a name, that particular stream. So that was quite something, and yeah, just being able to walk properly for a day without constant ring you on, ring you off, ring you on, ring you off was great. It didn't last though. What was your least favourite bit about the day?
Rain and blisters.
Yeah.
The last 2 hours coming down, bottom of my feet felt like grit.
And we probably should have reacted to that and didn't. Not that there would have been much we could have done.
No, the day before, it was like an hour before we got in. I felt my feet felt a bit greasy, but I couldn't see any blisters then. But yesterday,
Yeah.
after the 2 hours,
Yeah, unfortunately, by the time the pruning had gone down the day before, his feet were fine. So we we were a bit too relaxed about the warning signs this time around, weren't we? So yeah, that was the low point. Arriving, pitching our tent, looking at your feet and realizing that this may just be it. Day 7, and it was raining. But for once it actually stopped raining. Once we were sort of climbing out of Horton, it stopped, and then stopped for the rest of the day, and it just turned into a beautiful day with views everywhere that we hadn't enjoyed last time because it was foggy last time, and all the little streams like overflowing and looking quite dramatic, and it was just gorgeous hiking out of Horton and into the hills. Sorry. Yep, the Pennine Way to Lingill where we had lunch, and unfortunately we couldn't capture it on video, but as we sat down for lunch, it was like proper wild water rafting kind of terrain, and by the time we got up from lunch, the water had already dropped quite visibly to almost normal level. So you could tell it was all the runoff from the rain the days before, and the weather stayed beautiful after breakfast. I keep saying lunch, but it was actually breakfast we had at Lingill. And yeah, it was just a really beautiful day hiking out of Lingill up the hill and joining the Dales Way and following what is essentially a nice straight path, and then going along Snaesholm Fell all the way down towards Horse, really. It was unproblematic hiking. We had a great time. We made good progress. It started to look a little bit like it might rain again as we were approaching Horse, but it stayed off, and we got down no problem and into Horse. We didn't even stop in Horse, really. We just went straight on to get out to Hard Road, this time knowing that there is a campsite there, and not having to go to Kelt. Brian said around about here he started feeling his feet were starting to feel a bit gritty, but we thought nothing of it because there was only like maybe a mile left to do. So yeah, we made it all the way into Hard Road, only for him to take off his boots, and yeah, you saw what happened. We basically realized that our hike was over.